here. I've been doing a lot of demos today, so I just got off another one with Max Hooper.
Oh, Max, how is he doing?
He's doing good. Yeah, he's doing real good. Yeah, let me share my screen here. Yeah, he's just hanging out with a whole bunch of crew people. So
he is one of the most fascinating guys you will ever meet.
Yep.
I mean, let me just say, let me give you one point of reference with Max, outside the fact that he's a serial entrepreneur and a successful one. He ran 5 100-mile races in one summer.
Oh my gosh!
The guy is a machine.
Wow.
Anyway,
that's intense.
Yep.
That's really intense. Cool. Well,
Robbie.
Yeah, Robbie Zacharias. You know that guy?
I haven't met him.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't met him either. But okay, so this is just from a high level. What we're doing is we're getting groups engaged in online activity that's meaningful, trackable, and that can engage people in a dynamic experience.
Okay.
There's I'm just going to kind of take you to, let's see here. Yeah, let's just take you to this. So this is a course that Robbie Zacharias is doing. So he's got an online Bible study basically. So anybody in the country can be involved in it. You pay $35 or whatever it is, and then you log in and have access to this. So this is the class environment. So you got a video right here that you play and watch. There's a little description, and there's an evaluation of the course, and there's a couple different things that are inside here. So basically, we created a system where you can create all the classes yourself. You don't need a programmer or developer to do it, and you can track it. And there's a whole bunch of it goes pretty deep in a lot of sections. But let me just show you. Let me get back to here. Okay, so this is a course that Robbie is doing right now with about 50 people, and so he's got a lecture inside here. He's got a discussion piece inside here. He's got resources inside here. Here's all the lecture notes for this. His website is showing up in here. And what we really wanted to do is make the experience really smooth for the user so that they never have to leave the environment. So in other words, they don't have a tab open, they can give online, they can contact people, and it's actually very fast. So they can integrate any website, any third-party tool, we can integrate it on the planet. So, online Bibles are really simple. So we've got one that we've done, but this is YouVersion's mobile piece of it. So you can kind of scroll through this and look at it online. So instead of me doing an online Bible study or a Bible study in person, I'm doing it on my iPad, or my computer, or however I want to do that.
And you can take the course through this portal and access these elements of it. Watch the video, see this, that, and the other, all on an iPad. Yeah,
exactly. Yep. And so, this is the general classroom environment for him right now. So he's got a couple different lectures. Here's his syllabus. Weeks he's going over, and then he's got assignments that are inside here. These are things I'd like you to do: fill out quizzes, test polls, all this other type of stuff. So. Pretty interactive here. This is if you're a leader, you're gonna have a thing called class admin, and so you can actually go in here and edit all this. So I can click on members, and I can see these are all the members that are inside the class right now. And then each one of them has a level of permissions that they can do. So they're an administrator, a leader, a student. And the cool thing we did is we made it really intense so that you can get really intense on the permission levels for what you want people to do, see, download, everything.
Right.
So you can allow one person who's a star volunteer of yours to have access to control all of it based on whatever you'd like to do. Yeah, so pretty simple here. And then if I want to edit the section, I click Edit Section right here. And this is really cool. So this is it's an editor, and so I can add a new page, and it's going to add a new page right here. And then I can drag and drop it like this and put it right there if I want to. And then I just, let's call this the the Brent page. So I'll save the Brent page, and there you are. Look at that. You got your own page. And so these are tools, and what we do is drag them in. So I'll just show you real simply what this does. And then I click on the tool, and I can put text in here and save it, or I can put a URL, save it. Pretty lifeworkleadership.com. Is it .com, right? .org.com. Yeah. So anyway, so this is the idea of this, is that we'd be able to take the Lifework stuff, and by the way, I can make it bigger. This is all so that you can make this thing. You never have to call us, and I mean, we'll help you get going and stuff, but you can make it. And the nice thing is after you've made your tool, so this is, okay, we're going to call this the home page. It's going to update right here when I click save. But what it's going to do is I can view it if I'm a student. So I'm making it, I'm designing it, and then you're like, you know what, I want to see what it looks like to people. And it's that simple.
So if I'm reading this right, this is a hub. It's kind of a curation portal where you're able to bring in. You've got documents, things that they can access and edit per your specifications.
Yeah.
Like with Ravi's video, you're not actually you're referencing the video.
Correct.
Yeah.
On Vimeo or YouTube, yeah.
Right. So I see, and so the idea is that basically you're creating a hub. Now, let's say that so, and I don't know if Steve actually, he doesn't need necessarily for somebody to to complete something, in other words, to go on to the next section. It's not like they're getting class credits or something like that, and they have to, affirm that it's just a matter of making it available so that somebody could, let's say, from the workbook standpoint, that they could go in, they could add their comments in the specified places, and stop me if I'm saying the thing it won't do, and then to be able to save that document. Such that they're saving the work that they put into it, possibly even to print a PDF of that.
Sure. Yeah.
And so am I following this right? Then such that that it basically will go through the progression of a regular class. You'll have a video like Ravi to be the speaker. I mean, ultimately, now let me ask you this: can they conduct a webinar in this setting?
Yes, and basically we'll in the next month or two, we'll have API integration for GoToMeeting, Zoom. You're watching Zoom right now. It's great. It's actually a free tool. It's really great, and it records, and you can access the recordings via it and all that stuff. So yeah, we'll have multiple live pieces. This is the standardized piece that you get when you're doing your homework during the week. This is when we don't see each other, is when we're interacting on here. We've got discussions, we've got conversations we've got a whole bunch of stuff. But yes, we can do the live piece as well, which is very important. So if you do an 8-week small group study or a 9-month small group study or whatever it is, you have times where you meet, and just like when I go to your house, I just get my own drink and cookies. And
so basically, let's say that Steve wanted to facilitate a Lifework leadership class session.
Correct.
He could be on like you are now.
Yep.
And kind of guiding them through that. He'd have control of the screen. There would be the ability to have a chat, to answer questions and so forth.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. So I can stop this, right? Okay, and then we're looking at video. You can have up to 25 different people on the video, and then the chat is I can chat with everybody, and you'll see a little chat thing. And
there's 25 people total that could be in a particular class, so to speak.
Well, that's just Zoom. That's just the live. That's not GoToMeeting or anything else. That's just the Zoom one. You can get a pro version for $100 a year, which I have. It allows you to get as many as you want.
Got it. That's not bad at all. So And so what we're talking about on the left-hand side, that menu there could be basically a library of what needs to, of the resources they need.
Yeah, exactly. And let me show you this, and this will make a little more sense here. The assignments, it's not that you have to do assignments, it's that you, basically assignments are anything that you ask questions and get answers. So like, for example, I'll show you this. This is a lecture evaluation. See that?
Yeah.
So it's an evaluation on how we're doing. Well, this is really helpful. We want to get feedback on this. We want to be able to know how we're doing and why we're doing and what we're doing and all that stuff. So it's much more dynamic in terms of the experience for the user when they're doing things. So you can do tests, polls, quizzes, evaluations, surveys, anything that you want to ask questions and get answers, basically. And it's globally tied. What that means is that it's on a global level. So I can go to an assignment area. You need to take
I'm sorry, no, I don't need to pick that up.
Okay. So I go to an assignment area, and these are all the global assignments. In other words, I can have this same lecture evaluation on 25 classes, and I only have to create one. The answers are different based on the user, but the actual tool is universal. So you don't have to create it over and over again. So I can click on this, and this is really fun. So here's the lecture, and I can take this one and I can drag it like there because I want it to be on 8. And then I want to add a question. And this is fun. So I do radio buttons, and I can say, you know, what's the weather like where you are? And it's this easy. So you put in sun, and then you put in clouds. And it's that simple. And then you can show answers to people, and there's a whole bunch of depth you can go into this, but basically it'll pop it down here, and then you can drag it, and then you can save it, and then it saves it to your we'll go back here. It saves it to your page, so it's all automatic based inside here. Yeah, so it's a really dynamic tool that you can use inside here. Get rid of this one. So the assignments are just a way to interact and engage people with conversation. Another really cool thing is that we've built artificial intelligence into this. I don't know if you understand behavioral trees or that kind of stuff. Okay.
Yeah. We have a software company, and so I do understand that.
Perfect. Well, then, if you could dream it, we can do it. So, in other words,
so show me an example of how that plays out.
Okay, so if I'm watching this video, right? Okay, so we'll go to the class side of it so we can actually watch it. So I'm on this video, and if I want to stop at minute 5:33, right there, I can stop the video and show a list of questions that you have to answer.
Oh, cool.
It's really sweet because it's super dynamic. So once, based on how you answer, Brent, then we can send you to either A or B. Which store do you choose? Like choose your own adventure, you know. And if you say no, then it can text message the leader and have the leader know that you're having an issue. Or, I mean, again, if you can dream it, it can happen.
Let me ask you this: so what kind of technical on-ramp support do you have for this, or that you provide?
Yeah, well, what we'll do is we'll get your first class in, which is basically like Lifework leadership. So we'll help you put it all together. We need somebody from, like I was telling Steve, I said, well, we got to have somebody who's kind of over this for for you guys, of course, and then we'll help that person put all the content in, do some instructional design on it, and get it kind of together. So the idea was we'll do a beta test with him. And since he wanted to do it for India, or he wanted to do it for, maybe we'll do a beta test in the U.S. with a couple people that know a little bit about your ministry, or maybe it's just a blind one. I don't know. But yeah, so we'll help you with the first one. After that, you're on your own, and then we give you all the tools to put it together and make it work.
Gotcha. Perfect. So how long have you been in business?
We have been in business since 2004. I have a company. I own a technology company called Needs Met, and we do 3 main things down here. And one of them is Velop, which is the web application we're talking about.
Yeah, great. And so, how many clients for the application do you have?
Oh, currently, I've got 3.
Okay.
Yep. So,
and how much is the service?
Well, it depends on the size of the ministry or the size of the organization. Um, in Steve's case, he was a friend of mine, so I said, well, I want to try this out and see how it is and have you beta test it. So we'll do that for free. We'll do a beta test for free and get you guys up and rolling and stuff like that. Typically, it starts out about $25,000 for a year license, and then goes up to a couple $100,000 depending on the size of the organization. Or
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Very good. Well, it's it's impressive, and I mean, it certainly seems like that it is. It would fit the bill for what he's looking for. I think to accomplish, what he's wanted to accomplish. If and I would think primarily it's, he's looking for the international option with this, and so
yes, yeah.
Okay. Well, is there anything else that you want to show me or bring to my attention?
Well, this page is kind of cool because we have a thing called conversations and discussions. And so this is Drew, and he's having a conversation with 49 people. And then Sanders, the last one who said something. And these are all the participants that are in this thing. And each person has a user card in our system.
Oh,
so
cool.
So you can start a conversation with Alton. I can follow him. I can ignore him. There's a whole social side to this that's really big. But this is kind of cool because it's a mixture between a forum and a Facebook wall. You know how forums, nobody really likes them and they're just really nasty.
Right.
Yeah. So this is just super easy. There's my picture and I just start typing. And then I can put a smiley face, and I can link it, and I can do whatever I want, and then I post replies.
I can't see your activity, what you're doing on the screen right now.
Sorry about that. We'll screen you up. There we go.
Yeah. Okay.
So all I do, this is how easy it is. I just start typing, and then I can reply to this person. The cool thing too is we have a rating system, so like a tone meter, so you can rate other people. And that leads into a whole other discussion of that we have a module that we're putting in called Progress, which is where we can track how people learn as semantically. And so that's a whole other discussion kind of thing. But this is how easy it is to post a reply, and then I can upload a file. I can interact in another way. So this is.
So you're definitely there's an admin side of this that allows you to track behavior patterns.
Yeah, exactly. So like right here, if you're an admin, you're going to have this little pullout, and then we've got reporting, wizard fields. We have API integration, public and private. We've got pretty much everything inside here. So we'll have a little thing called progress down in here that will show you when they logged in. I can tell you how much of a video somebody watched. So like with Steve, the nice thing is that he would want to turn it into the video piece where you put the video together, and then we can force people to watch the whole thing. I can tell you exactly how much he watched. I can tell you if he stopped it. I can tell you pretty much anything. And that's going to really help to find out, well, we know the base, if people actually watch the videos, 84% of them do pretty well versus whatever. And we might want to cross-market a book in week 4. Or month 5, because over time we realize that it's intelligently giving you information so that you can use it to make the course better.
And so are you, and you are, I mean, you can track individually, but that's also building kind of an intelligence asset that over time that you're able to, specifically, let's say it is related to that book or it's related to that talk or whatever like that. It's almost like using HubSpot from the marketing side, right? I mean that you're tracking you're almost A/B testing in some ways, or you can.
Yeah, and a lot of this is like customizable. For example, we can do it like Foursquare, where you have digital trophies, and whoever reads the most, whoever talks the most, or whoever or whatever the most gets these trophies.
Nice.
We can give you points so that a person who logs in, they get 1 point. If they post on a discussion, they get 5 points. And then all that goes to our progress thing. So we track everything. If you want the user to see that, you can as well. Or if you just want to track it and never tell them, that's fine too. So however you want to do that based on the information. But yeah, you're right. It's an intelligent asset that's basically helping you understand how people are learning and how you can make it better. The one big thing in ministry, at least that I've seen in my short life, is that there's a lot of ministries out there that have a lot of great stuff. Number one, they don't have a delivery platform for it. And number two, they have no idea what impact they're making. I can tell you how many books we sold. Sure. We sold 10,000 books. How many people read the books? I can't tell you that. How many people read them and shared them with a friend? I can't tell you that. What kind of life impact happened? I can't tell you that. Well, now we can, because now we know who's reading what, who's watching what, how they're interacting with stuff. So now it's no longer this big question mark for publishers or for people like that.
Interesting. Yeah, that's basically what the Kindle does.
Yeah, in a sense, yeah. We're able to put that to any study that you want to in the world.
Very interesting. Well, and to your point, it's like you may have a ministry that's got an incredible amount of content, but this is what they're interested in.
Yeah.
And this is what they're doing with what they're interested in.
Yep.
So yeah, very, very interesting.
Yeah. So it's pretty cool stuff. So we've been having fun with it. And just the background, we spent the last 2 years researching it and making our own proprietary system because we use Sakai, which was an LMS, learning management system. And there's a lot of academic ones out there, but they really are confusing. They're really difficult to work with in many ways. And so we just stripped it down and said, okay, we have groups and they're doing stuff. And we started with that. And then now you can do whatever you want. So not only can you use this for a new sales channel, but you can also use it just like I did a demo with Campus Crusade for Christ for an internal collaboration tool with your groups all over the world.
Sure.
They got 20,000 staff, 120 countries. They just have no way to bring those people together. And so we also have Google Drive. In a few weeks will be finished, and we'll have real-time collaboration inside there. The power of that is really interesting because what happens is you'll like this. Google Drive gives you the access to do the real-time collaboration. So 5 people can be typing at the same time and everybody's looking at that doc, right? Well, what happens is they don't actually make it a Google Doc. It's never actually a Google Doc unless you turn it into one. So what that means is that anything you do inside of Velop in that class, in that section, in that client stays there. It never leaves until you choose for it to leave via PDF, Word doc, email, or to Google Drive, or to Dropbox, or to whatever else. So we have an internal collaboration tool that stays within that specific class, which really makes it powerful for working together on stuff.
Definitely. And have you seen the adoption rate of something like that to be pretty high?
We haven't tested it yet. Really, I mean,
in other settings, I mean,
in other settings, because I mean, I use it with Crossroads Career Network. I volunteer with them and Brian Ray. We use it for a lot of stuff that I do at my company. We use it for we use it all the time to share stuff, and we're looking at stuff together, my developers and all that stuff. So we use it quite a bit.
Well, it's very cool, and I think it's definitely, it covers the bases, I think, very nicely of what Steve would need. He's going to need a lot of help. I mean, getting it started, helping to deliver. He's got to be able to figure out how to, I think, and then maybe there's some other help to how to even, to make it visible or make it available to where he wants to go with it. I guess what he's doing with this, and I'll confirm it with him, is he wants to see if he can do this to package it such that he can offer it to international sources and maybe to domestic. Maybe the collaboration side. I've been trying to help him think through his financial model for a long time.
Yeah.
And so this may make sense. Well, I tell you, I'm impressed, and my favorite people on earth are entrepreneurs, and you are one. So,
well, thank you. We have a commonality there, and you're right. He is going to need help. He's going to need some some people that can really support him and engage in the process with him. But I think that at least internationally, that's why I was jumping on the opportunity to try this with him in India, because we've done tests in different countries in the world and some other places, but I thought, this one, he's got a lot of content that's really deep, and I'd love to see how we can make it digital and how we can make it interactive for those people in other countries. Because I think what he's doing is fantastic, and if we can multiply that impact at whatever level it is, I think there's something significant there. So.
And I don't know if he has. I know that they've got audio, but I wonder if this would really prompt them to start, making sure they've got a 2 or 3 camera shoot on every speaker they bring in, so that they can have, this kind of, or maybe while they've got, they can't do green screen like Ravi was doing right there, but something so that they've got it captured and they can incorporate it into this.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's what he was talking about, and I think you don't have to do, you don't have to be perfect today on video. YouTube's proven that. You just have to have a really interesting concept and some interesting camera angles and some activity. You don't want a talking head is really what you don't want.
No, we want them in front of a group.
Yeah.
So that they feel like they're in a group.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it needs to be really interactive in terms of that, but I think you can do it. You don't have to spend $10,000 a video. You can do this for, we made a video for Crossroads recently, which is a ministry that I help support, and it was like I think total was like $600.
Yeah,
it's phenomenal.
Oh yeah.
Some guy thought it was $5,000. I was like, no, we gave him pizza, and the guys loved it, and we just we made it, and we honored everybody and stuff like that. So if Steve can put effort into the video piece, then it really can go out online.
Definitely.
That's the key.
Well, I appreciate you taking time to do this. This has been great.
Yeah, well, thank you. And then you just let me know after you report back to Steve and stuff what you guys want to do. And we just need somebody who's going to kind of head up the online piece of it, and then get some volunteers to help put it together. But once it's together, a lot of the stuff happens after that. It's just going to be automatic based on stuff. So
sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Well, you've done a good job. So I'll report back to him, and I'm sure he'll get back with you.
Great. Thank you, Brent.
Thanks, man.
Okay. Have a great day.
You too. Bye.
Bye.